Digambara, Digambara, Sripada Vallabha Digambara. Chapter 7, Part 2. Om Sai Ram. The description of several worlds. Here, the question and answer takes place between Narasavadhani and Sripada Srivallabha. Sripada Srivallabha says, Grandpapa, there are 88,000 sages in heaven who are householders. They have the potential to take rebirth. They stand as seeds for propagating dharma again. From the undefinable power of the universal soul, a small fragment took the shape of Brahma for the creation of the universe. Water that came out gradually from Paramatma spreads out everywhere. From the vigor of the super soul, many crores of golden eggs were formed. This Brahmand in which we are living is one among them. When the inside of the egg was filled with gloom, the brilliance of Parameshwara was personified and he became known with the name Aniruddha. As he illuminated the egg with its magnificent luster, he was termed as Hiranyagarbha, Surya, Savita, and also Paramjyoti and many other names in the Vedas. Sage Bharadwaj conducted the sacrifice of Sabitra Kathaka Chayanam during Treta Yuga in Pithikapuram. Sabitra Kathaka Chayanam was addressed to the great splendor of the Tattva that envelopes many millions of universes. In Satyalok, there is an important place called Niramaya Sthan. In 3-tier steps, deities of mains called Vasus, Rudras and Adityas reside. They act as the guardians of Nirmaya Sthan. The current Brahma Lok is the residential place of the four-faced Brahma. Srinagaram, which is famously known as Vidyasthanam, and the Mula Prakriti Sthanam is above it. Above that, Mala Kailas is there and the current Vaikunta is above that. Known as Puranapuram, it is the place of Vidyadhara Sthan in Satyalok. Sadhyas reside in Anjanavatipura of Tapolok. Sanaka, Sanandana and other sages live in Ambavatipura of Janalok. Siddha and other sages live in Jyotishmatipuram of Maharlok. Indra and other deities reside in Amaravatipuram of Swargalok, called as Suvarlok. The celestial architect Vishwakarma lives in Radhantarapuram of Bhuvarloka, which houses stars and planets of the globe. Grandpapa, there are 2 divisions in Bhulok. The division inhabited by humans is called Bhugola. There is another one known as Mahabhumi. Mahabhumi is situated at the south of Bhugola at a distance of 5 crore Brahmanda Yojanas. Marthyalok means Bhulok and Bhuvarlok. This includes Mahabhumi also. Patalam means Atal, Vital, Sutal, Rasatal, Talatal, Mahatal, Patal. Roughly, these are called Swarg, Marthya, Patal. Mahabhumi is situated below the earth in where we live. It is in the form of a rising circular ground in the middle. Therefore, the illumination from the sun and the moon constantly light the surface of Mahabhumi. As there is always light, there is no determination of time. On this great earth, 7 seas and 7 islands exist. Jambudvipa is situated here only. In the beginning of creation, everything was inundated with water. As Prajapati did penance for commencing creation, a lotus leaf appeared on the water at that time. Prajapati assumed the form of a wild boar and took a dip near the lotus leaf and reached the Mahabhumi. From that Mahabhumi, he dug with its sharp tusks and separated some mud and brought that wet mud to the surface of the water. That mud was placed in the lotus leaf. Then it was named as Prithvi. Grandpapa, this is called earth. The earth is at a distance of 5 crore Brahmand yojanas from Mahabhumi. Mahabhumi has an extent of 50 crore yojanas. Jambudvipa, which is in Mahabhumi, has 9 continents in it. Deities reside in Devakhanda. In Garbhasthya Khanda resides spirits. In Bharat Khanda resides human beings. In Sarak Khanda dwell Siddhas. In Gandharva Khanda dwell Gandharvas. In Purusha Khanda dwell Kinnaras. Demons live in Tamara Khanda. Yakshas live in Seru Khanda. And Panagas live in Indu Khanda. Southwards to Jambudvip of Mahabhumi in Bharatpura of Bharat continent, Vaivasvata Manu holds court along with sages of the earth and humans. Just as Jambudvipa exists in Mahabhumi, another Jambudvip exists on earth. Even before I incarnated in Sri Pitikapuram, the incarnation of Sripada Srivallabha arrived on the Mahabhumi 100 years in advance. The Jambudvip on Mahabhumi is spread over an extent of 100,000 Brahmanda yojanas. Vaivasvata Manu dwells in the Bharat subcontinent of Jambudvip. Celestials reside in other continents. In Jambudvip of Mahabhumi, cold and heat would be moderate and pleasant. Mild rays of the sun spread at all times, and there is no difference between day and night. Jambudvip in Mahabhumi spreads over 100,000 yojanas. The details of the extent of various seas and mountains, etc., are as below. Oceans and islands and their distances. Lavana Ocean has a distance of 1 lakh yojanas. Plaksha Island has a distance of 2 lakh yojanas. Ikshu Ocean, 2 lakh yojanas. Kusa Island, 4 lakh yojanas. Sura Ocean, 4 lakh yojanas. Kroncha Island, 8 lakh yojanas. Sarpi Ocean, 8 lakh yojanas. Sakha Continent, 16 lakh yojanas. Dadhi Ocean, 16 lakh yojanas. Salmali Continent, 32 lakh yojanas. Kshira Ocean, 32 lakh yojanas. Pushkara Continent, 64 lakh yojanas. Pure Water Ocean, 64 lakh yojanas. Chalachal Mountain, 1 crore 28 lakh yojanas. Chakraval Mountain, 2 crore 56 lakh yojanas. Lokalok Mountain, 5 crore 12 lakh yojanas. Tamo Bhumi, 12 crores 50 lakh yojanas. The rays of the sun cannot go beyond the Lokalok mountain. Therefore, the area between the Lokalok mountain and the wall of the universe is always dark. The wall of the universe has a thickness of 1 crore yojanas. The Varaha and Narasimha incarnations were not covering the entire earth. Varaha does not mean pig. It means rhinoceros having 1 tusk. The explanation of islands, the rulers of islands, and the gods responsible for the maintenance of islands. Whereas Jambudvip in Mahabhumi was ruled by Swayambhuv Manu as the first emperor, his sons became the kings for the other islands. Medadidhi ruled Plakshadvip. Vapushmanta ruled Salmama Dvip. Jyotishmanta ruled Kus Dvip. Duthimanta ruled Krouncha Dvip. Havya ruled Saka Dvip. Savana ruled Pushkaradweep as first emperors respectively. In Plakshadweep, Aryaka, Kurara, Vindaka and Bhavina are the four castes who reside. For them, Vishnu in the shape of a moon is the deity. In Salmalidvip, Kapila Varna, Chakravaka Varna, Pitavarna and Krishnavarna are the four castes who reside. They are worshippers of Vishnu. In Kusadweep, Dami, Sushmina, Sneha and Mandeha are the four castes who reside. For them, Brahma is the deity of worship. In Kron Chadvip, Pushkara, Pushkala, Dhanya and Pishya are the four castes who reside. For them, Rudra is the deity of worship. In Sakadvip, Manga, Magadha, Manasa, Manda are the four castes who reside. They worship the sun god. In Pushkaradweep, there are no castes. All are happy like celestials without suffering from any disease and sorrow. For them, Brahma is the deity of worship. In Jambudvip of our earth, Bharat, Varsha, Kimpurush, Varsha, Hari Varsha, Ketumala Varsha, Ilavruta Varsha, Bhadrasva Varsha, Ramyaka Varsha, Hiranyaka Varsha and Kuru Varsha are there. Grandpapa, just as Jambudvip with division of continents exists on Mahabhumi, another Jambudvip with bifurcation of regions exists in Earth's hemisphere. Mahabhumi is round with an elevated area in the middle like the shell of a tortoise. This is called Bhumandala. The globe of the earth is, however, like a lemon fruit. Mahabhumi encircles Meru Rekha and extends up to the wall of the Brahmand. The earth is exactly in the middle of the circle of illumination. Jambudvip lies encircling the line of Meru mountain, which is in the middle of the Mahabhumi. 7 seas and islands are situated around it. On the earth, the northern hemisphere is called the Deva part and the southern hemisphere is called the Asur part. At the center, which is the equidistant point of the Mahabhumi, is the Meru mountain with a divine glow. It is the habitation of Manus who rules over the humans. Bhugola is the place of humans who are under the rule of Manus. The wheel of illumination is placed on the top of the Chakravala mountain, which is situated around in the Mahabhumi. Bhugola is, however, different from this. The glowing wheel of illumination encircled by the 7 orbits rotates around once in a day. In Mahabhumi, cold, heat and other climatic changes are less. It is always day there with no night and no difference in time. It is different in Bhugola only on account of the results of righteous acts of merit one can reach Mahabhumi. Bhugola is the land of action for earning punya. People with gross bodies have to live on earth. In Mahabhumi, small pralayas do not take place. Only the Manu pralayas takes place. In Bhugola Yoga pralayas, Mahayog pralayas and Manu pralaya happens. Mahabhumi is called Dhatri and Vidhatri. Bhugola is called Mahi, Urvi, Kshiti, Prithvi and Bhumi. Grandpapa, I am now going to tell you about nether worlds. Listen, ghosts live in Atal, Guhayakas live in Vital, demons live in Sutal, and spirits abound live in Rasatal. Yakshas reside in Talatal, Manas live in Mahatal, and serpents live in Patal.
We shall continue the next episode from here.
Om Sai Ram.